the 2012 homecoming game between the Wayne State Wildcats and our Southwest Minnesota State University Mustangs. Michael Sterling here with Adam Hudak. And Adam, SMSU has been struggling this year, coming in with a 1-4 record, and they've been struggling in homecoming too. They've lost 4 straight homecoming games and 10 of their last 11. But what do you think some of the keys will be for this game if the Mustangs want to get a victory here?
Well, like you said, Mike, the Mustangs have not been gotten off to a very strong start here this year, going 1-4, and homecoming has not been their game at the beginning of the year so far. So hopefully they'll be able to turn that around here today against Wayne State College. 3 things I think that the Mustangs need to do to come away with a victory is be able to move the ball in the air. Currently, Wayne State ranks 4th from the bottom in the conference in passing offense, and the Mustangs rank 5th in passing offense. So I think the Mustangs have a chance to move the ball through the air. Secondly, I think the Wayne State defense is going to have to step up to be able to hold down the Mustangs. Wayne State is currently ranked 3rd in scoring defense in the conference, only allowing 16 points a game, so they have a strong defense. 2 players to watch out for are the safety, Austin Pomile, number 34. He's their safety. He leads the team in tackles. He has an interception so far. And then their defensive end, number 91, senior Richard Daniel. He has 7 sacks on the year. He's forced 6 fumbles. He's recovered 2, and he's blocked 3 kicks. And he's also 2nd on the team in total tackles. So the Mustangs are really going to have to be able to know where they are before every play starts. And the final thing is the Wayne State wide receiver, Adam Stark. He only has 12 catches on the year, I believe, but he's averaging almost 30 yards of reception. So the Mustangs are going to have to try to slow him down and not let those big plays happen against him.
Very good, Adam. And we're going to take a quick break for the national anthem, but we will be back in a few minutes to bring you Mustang football. You're watching Mustang football on KSSU TV.
Southwest Minnesota State University, where private school atmosphere meets public school cost. Programs like culinology, agronomy, and environmental science set the standard nationwide, where grad placement rates are over 97%. And the school invests in you, putting over $80 million back into the university. Southwest Minnesota State University, where you belong.
If you've had a stroke, the chances are good that you could have another one. But it doesn't have to happen. You could be a stroke smart star.
I'm eating healthy and I'm exercising again.
I'm keeping my blood pressure and cholesterol levels under control.
After 35 years, I quit smoking.
I always take my medicine.
If you take steps to improve your health, you'll greatly reduce your risk of another stroke. Talk to your doctor and go to stroke.org today.
I'm not going to have another stroke.
We all have a vision of that perfect smile. But when it comes to our smile, it's not something we can draw or wait to miraculously appear. We need an orthodontist, dental specialists with 2 to 3 years of specialized education beyond dental school. Your child might be the next Picasso, so trust that brilliant smile to the right hands. Seeing an orthodontist no later than age 7 can help achieve a healthy, beautiful smile. For more information, visit braces.org.
All right, welcome back to Marshall, Minnesota. Like we said, the 2012 homecoming game, the SMSU Mustangs hosting the Wayne State Wildcats. Wayne State comes into the game with a record of 4-1, SMSU with a record of 1-4. Let's take a look at the coaches. Corey Sauter in his 3rd year as Mustang coach, a record of 8-19 overall. Dan McLaughlin in his 8th season as the Wayne State head coach, overall record of 50-34. So Wayne State overall having a pretty successful year, Adam, but we'll see if SMSU can spoil Wayne State with a loss here.
Yeah, it's going to take some work from them. And earlier this week, Southwest Minnesota was hit with a brisk cold front, and we are seeing that today. We're only having a high about 40 degrees today or so, and there are some blustery winds out of the north, so it's going to be one of those days where the ball is going to be a little colder than usual. Your hands are going to be kind of numb. It's going to be a little tougher to hold on to. So we'll see what kind of impact that has on the game.
Yeah, and we've been pulling double duty today. We videotaped the homecoming parade this morning, and it was pretty chilly, and it's probably going to be pretty chilly for the game here tonight.
Yeah, there was a good turnout. So anybody who's watching here in Marshall, thank you for coming out to the parade today and enjoying it with us. It was a pleasure to put on the production and film it for you. And if you're in the community, you're able to just sit at home and enjoy it in your nice warm house. Thank you for doing that as well. We appreciate any viewers that we can receive.
Both these teams in the South Division of the NSIC Conference. Right now, SMSU is 7th, 0-1 in conference or in the division, and for Wayne State they are 1-0 in the division there for 3rd place. And there's the kickoff caught at the 1. That was Nick Lewis with the return. He finds an opening.
He drops the ball.
Nice catch, Adam. I didn't even notice the ball coming out. We'll see who ended up with it. It looked like a Mustang might have fell on it.
Mustangs were definitely closer to it when they came up with it, but I think a Wayne State player was able to get on it a little quicker.
A big break for the Wildcats on a decent return.
But you know, first play of the game, you still don't have that blood flowing quite yet, and your hands can be a little numb. Can be kind of tricky to hold on to that football. And I think we saw that right there right off the bat.
I'm digging some of the players on the SMSU field with the pink shoes and pink socks. I know October is kind of a month that they want to raise breast cancer awareness. A lot of players paying tribute to that as a run down to the 37 for Wayne State. And as you mentioned, Adam, the troubles that Wayne State has had in passing defense and passing offense. They ranked 13th in both categories. So also they ranked 10th in the conference in scoring. So even though they're 4-1, they've had some offensive troubles.
Yeah, and they make up for that in defense. So the Mustangs' offense is definitely gonna have a hard time. And we see the Wildcats running back get tripped up there and only pick up about a yard or so.
And Nick Polsher, junior for the Wildcats, out of Sheldon, Iowa. I know Sheldon, Iowa, about 40 minutes from my hometown. So another local Iowa kid.
Big third down here.
Another handoff, and this time Polsher's going to get a first down and going to cross into Mustang territory. Or I guess they're going to mark him right at the 50. So nice run for the Wildcats. And looking at the stats here, the Mustangs rank 14th in the conference in rushing defense. And out of 158 teams in Division II, they rank 144th in the nation. So kind of near the bottom there in rushing defense, Adam.
Yeah, the Mustangs struggle in all aspects of their defense.
A nice pass there. Nate Most with the pass there. Joe Truba with the catch.
That was a nice catch we see on that replay.
Mustangs kind of struggling covering that pass there.
Yeah, and going back to that previous third down conversion, Wayne State is only converting like 27% of their third downs. So if the Mustangs have a chance if they can get the Wayne State into third and longs to be able to stop them.
Excuse me, that wasn't Most on that pass. That was number 14, Brian Kent. Another handoff inside the 20 there for the Wildcats. Looking pretty good here on this this first offensive drive.
Yeah, that opening fumble on the kickoff hasn't really seemed to damper the spirits of the offense. They're just driving the ball down the field with no problems, and the wind's kind of died down, which is good for them because they would have been going into the wind. The wind was blowing from left to right on your screen before the game started, but the flag isn't really moving at the moment.
An I formation for Wayne State, and another handoff to Polsher, and it takes a group of Mustangs to drag him down. Nice time-consuming drive by the Wildcats.
Yeah, Polsher's a big boy. They only have him listed at 205, but he looks A little bit bigger than that. He's 5'11", 205. He's a senior, but he looks pretty bulky.
Looks like a pistol formation now for the Wildcats. 3 wideouts on the field. This time Kent going to go back to pass, and he's going to get it to Truba. Truba, his second catch of the evening so far. And looks like they're going to spot it inside the 5. First and goal for the Wildcats on their first possession.
Yeah, Truba kind of just ran a delayed fly route or go route there. He kind of just threw a block and then took a few steps up the field, and their quarterback just dumped it over the middle to him.
I formation for the Wildcats, and Kent kept it. Nice pass. See, that was number 37. See if I can find the name on the roster here. It was Chad Cook, who's actually on the roster as a linebacker. So probably explained why I couldn't find him on the depth chart there.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice little trickery there, bringing a defensive player in for an offensive score.
Yeah, and there was a nice bootleg out to the side off the play action. Got the defense moving the opposite direction of the way the play was designed.
Max Martin with the extra point. It is up and it is good. So after the Wildcats almost lose a fumble on the opening kickoff, they were able to march down the field for an opening touchdown. So Wayne State 7, SMSU nothing. We will be back shortly. You're watching Mustang football on KSSU TV.
Southwest Minnesota State University, where private school atmosphere meets public school cost. Programs like culinology, agronomy, and environmental
Welcome back to Marshall, Minnesota. The Wayne State Wildcats had a quick touchdown drive after they almost lost that fumble on the opening kickoff, and they have a quick 7-0 lead.
Yep. Mustang offense was only able to get Wayne State into 1 third down attempt, and they were able to move it on the ground to pick up the first down there. And after that, they really didn't have any obstacles on their way down for that touchdown. Several passes to tight ends, and before you knew it, they were in the end zone.
Now let's see what the Mustang offense can do. We mentioned the Wildcats, their struggles with passing defense, and the Mustangs are a pretty good passing team, so we'll see if they can exploit that.
Yep, the one thing is they're going to have to watch out for their defensive end, Richard Daniel, coming off the end. Like I said, he leads the team in sacks with 7 already in only 5 games.
A decent return. Both teams with kind of a similar start. The Wildcats got their kickoff return to about to the 30, and Mustangs a little short here. They're going to spot it at the 29. But Mustangs in decent shape. Let's see if they can match the scoring drive that the Wildcats had.
Yeah, I don't know how much the Mustangs are going to be able to move the ball on the ground today with that dual-headed attack of Gannon Moore and Warren Matthews. Wayne State is very good against the run.
Pishong, and that is Gannon Moore right beside him in the shotgun formation. Matthews going in motion. They're going to hand it off to Moore, and looks like he got 2 yards. So, like you said, Adam, not much give with that Wayne State defense.
Yeah, they're only allowing 90 yards per game on the ground so far. So that's pretty low compared to the 233 yards that the Mustangs are giving up on the ground so far this year.
Wildcats out of Wayne, Nebraska, making the trip up here to try to spoil the SMSU homecoming. Pishong now back to pass. Nice quick pass, and receiver almost able to escape that.
Going to be short by about a yard and a half here for the first down. You see 3rd and short.
Looked like there was 81 Adam Olson there with the catch. Tyler Pishong successful in his first pass attempt of the night.
Yeah, hopefully we get to see a lot of that. Like to be able to see the Mustangs put up some points against this strong Wayne State defense.
Brian Kent went 2 for 2 for 41 yards in Wayne State's first drive. Now a handoff for the Mustangs, and it looks like he got the first down. So the Mustangs able to get that first down, move the chains.
And that's going to be big, I think. With how stingy the Wayne State defense can be, the key for the Mustangs is just going to be controlling the ball, go for those big strikes when you're able to.
Like we mentioned in the pregame, Mustangs have lost 10 of their last 11 homecoming games, looking for their first homecoming win since 2007. Shotgun formation again, 3 wideouts on the field. And a handoff.
Gannon Moore.
Gannon Moore there. He's been the leading rusher for the Mustangs this year, and he gets close to the 20. They're going to mark him at the 22. A nice little run there. So you can see the replay there. Nice little. Actually, that was that was Gannon Moore. He finally got tripped up there.
Yeah, if he could have beat that last man in the foot race, he would have been in for 6. And Gannon Moore is currently tied with 29 touchdowns for his career. That is tied for first all time in SMSU history. So one more, and he will become the sole leader of that title.
Another handoff to Moore, and this time he doesn't really get a whole lot. Or he gets pushed back, actually. Thought that he had been dragged down, but they kept him upright, and he's going to be coming out. Warren Matthews is going to be coming in now.
Nope, they changed their minds. There's some poor tackling there initially by Wayne State. Their linebacker just tried to kind of bear hug Gannon Moore and throw him to the ground, and Moore just stayed on his feet. But luckily there was 3 or 4 more Wildcats close by to wrap him up and bring him down for a loss of 2.
So now both Moore and Matthews in the backfield. A quick pass. Nope, fake, and Matthews wasn't able to get a whole lot on that fake. Mustangs looking to try to fake out the Wildcats, but it didn't work.
Nope, that hole to the right closed down pretty quick. Didn't really give him anywhere to go.
It's going to be 3rd down and 11. Mustangs not really much of a team that kicks field goals, so may need to get a first down here. Again, both Matthews and Moore in the backfield in shotgun formation with 3 wideouts. Anthony Dean goes in motion. Bashong gets the snap. Looking to pass, and it's high, almost intercepted. And that pass was intended, see who it was intended for, 81, that was Anthony Dean.
And Jerron Irby.
Excuse me, Adam Olson. Excuse me.
Number 29, Jerron Irby of the Wayne State Wildcats was the one that dropped that interception down at the 1-yard line.
So now Lance Schuweiler, the senior, does the punting and kicking for the Mustangs. That kick is high enough, and it is good. So the Mustangs do come away with points. It's not a touchdown, but both teams score on their opening drive. Wayne State with a 7-3 lead here in the first quarter. We will be back with more Mustang football here on KSSU TV.
Southwest Minnesota State University, where private school atmosphere meets public school cost. Programs like culinology, agronomy, and environmental science set the standard nationwide. Where grad placement rates are over 97%. And the school invests in you, putting over $80 million back into the university. Southwest Minnesota State University, where you belong.
If you've had a stroke,
Welcome back to Marshall, Minnesota, the SMSU homecoming game. SMSU just got a field goal, and they trail Wayne State 7-3 with 7 minutes and 8 seconds left in the first quarter. Michael Sterling here with Adam Hudak, and Adam, like I mentioned, wasn't exactly a touchdown, but they got some points on the board.
Yep, and at this point, that's pretty much all you can ask for. At least you're able to go down in your first possession and put some points on the board. Like we said at the beginning of the game, Wayne State is only allowing 16 points a game, so points are points, especially against a good defense like this.
Now let's see what the Wildcats can do on their second possession. A kickoff almost near the, actually does go into the end zone. Let's see what they can do with the return. And doesn't quite get back to the 20. That was number 5, Kevin Paulson, on the return.
Yeah, good kick coverage there. Anytime you can kick the ball back to the goal line and the other team is not able to take it out to the 20, you've won the battle there.
So they're going to spot the ball at the 18-yard line, and back out comes Brian Kent. He went 3 for 3 in that opening drive for 46 yards and 1 touchdown. Joe Trubka, the tight end for the Wildcats, caught 2 passes for 41 yards, and Nick Pulscher had 3 rushes for 17 yards in that first possession. So Wildcats were able to move the ball pretty well.
Inside give there to Charlie Davidson, and he is not able to get anything.
Davidson, his first carry of the night. Mustang rush defense kind of questionable at times, but they did a good job right there, ganging up on Davidson and bringing him down.
Yeah, the Mustangs, their rushing defense actually gives up more yards than their passing defense, which is not something you usually want to see. There's too many big plays on the ground.
High formation, quick pass by Kent, and a nice catch. That was number 4, Adam Stark. They get maybe 5 yards. So it'll set up a 3rd and short.
And even though that wasn't a big gain, that sets you up for that 3rd and manageable, anything under 5 yards. It's like a situation, if you're going to be in 3rd down, you want to keep it in those shorter situations. Like the Mustangs on their last possession had a 3rd and 11. Those are tricky situations to be in.
And sometimes when you are able to complete those short passes and runs, it brings the defense in, and then you can go past them with a deep pass. And Kent kept it. Looks like he got at least close to the first down.
I think he's going to have it.
That little option play. And we'll see if the referees they do give him the first down. So that's going to move the chains. So the Wildcats still have yet to punt. 5 minutes, 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Like we said, Wayne State with a 7-3 lead, looking to spoil the SMSU homecoming on this windy and cold day. That hasn't kept the fans away.
Yeah, we'll watch this play here on a end around.
A nice job there, Joe Stupka with a heck of a stop. That was number 5,
Kevin Paulson.
Yeah, I was looking. Didn't look at the specialist part. Kevin Paulson wasn't able to get anywhere on that trickery play. He's now going to be 2nd and 14.
We want to congratulate the SMSU women's volleyball team. They were victorious right before this game started.
Exactly, and SMSU volleyball player and senior Brooke Burmeister was crowned homecoming queen at the coronation on Thursday, and Tony Ross homecoming king, so congratulations to both of them. And another run that didn't go very far. It's now going to be 3rd and long for the Wildcats.
Yeah, so far we've seen really good rush defense from the Mustangs. I know the last game we did against the University of Mary, they ran that no huddle offense, and they were just they weren't giving the Mustangs time to substitute their defensive players, and I think they just wore us down throughout the course of the game. But Wayne State moves with a little slower pace, and hopefully the Mustangs can keep this up throughout the course of the game.
Well, pistol formation. Kent going to go back to pass. Pass was batted, and it's fortunate for the Wildcats that there weren't any Mustangs around that ball, or else that would have been an easy pick. Now it's going to force the first punt of the day for either team.
Yep, we saw the blitz from the Mustang safety, number 3, Tate Bunkers, and he came in and got his hands up right as the quarterback was about to throw the ball and tipped it up and away. Good defense on that series for the Mustangs.
Kind of an interesting punt formation for the Wildcats. They got 3 players back to lock.
So wobbly kick.
Wobbly punt. It looked like it might have, from my vantage point, I couldn't tell if it had bounced off a Mustang player or the ground, but I guess it hit the ground. So they're going to down the ball at the 34. So SMSU looking to continue their success that they had from their first drive, Adam.
Yeah, that was pretty good first drive for the Mustangs. The only time they had trouble moving the ball was when they got into a 3rd and long situation. They weren't able to convert and had to go for the field goal attempt, but that was a wobbly kick and it didn't go too far, so they have pretty decent field position for this next possession.
The Mustangs, Tyler Pashong in shotgun formation. And we're going to hand off to Warren Matthews, and he's got an opening, and he's going to get at least in the Wildcat territory to the 32. And remember, Gannon Moore had that good run in the last possession to put the Mustangs in good position, and now it's Warren Matthews, like you said, Adam, that kind of two-headed monster as far as the rushing offense goes, really paying dividends for SMSU.
Yep, there was some good blocking there on the right side, able to get him out to that second level of defense, and the right tackle of the Mustangs, Walker, was able to get a nice clear-out block on the linebacker out on that end. Sprung him free into the open.
Again, another handoff to Matthews. This time gets maybe a yard. They're going to spot him down at the 30, so about 1.5 yards they give him.
Mustangs try to go inside that time, and not much room there.
Yeah, the Mustangs, at least in the games I've seen, have been much more successful getting their running backs to the outside and trying to create space than trying to muscle their way through a bunch of defensive linemen.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. When they are able to get their guys on the edge, they've seemed to have some success.
Now Gannon Moore out there for the Mustangs. Pashong back to pass. He's going to go for a fade. Almost, that was knocked away. And number 29, Jerron Irby. Last possession, Pashong nearly threw a pick off, but it was dropped by a Wildcat defender. That pass nicely tipped.
Yeah, if you see on the replay, that one was poorly underthrown. And it didn't give Anthony Dean a chance to come back for the ball.
Another 3rd and longer situation, 3rd and 8. Mustangs had to settle for a field goal last possession.
This might be one of those situations where you just want to try to get 5 or 6 yards and then maybe go for it on 4th down.
Pashong back to pass. Feeling some pressure. He's going to go back, and he hits a wide open man inside. And we thought he was going to get tackled. That was number 5, Abe Koss. I thought he was going to get dragged down inside the 10, but he was able to fight it. As you see the replay right here, he was able to break that tackle at about the 8. Almost got tackled again at the 6, but he was able to get in for a touchdown. What a nice toughness there by Koss.
Yeah, that was a great play by him, but poor tackling by the defense. That first man that came in tried to strip the ball. The second guy just kind of hit him, and the third guy just kind of put a shoulder into him. None of them were able to actually wrap him up and try to bring him down. So great play, poor tackling, but Mustangs will take the points.
So on 3rd and 8, not only did they convert the first down, but they got a touchdown. And the Mustangs with a 10-7 lead.